Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 2 PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Old Knight Hammer, which of the Great Hammer class weapons you don't see this one terribly often. Now, I don't exactly know why that is. There's really no good reason for it, to be perfectly honest, considering how good of a weapon it actually is. Now, getting started, this weapon requires 30 strength and 6 dexterity in order to wield. It has a physical base damage of 500, yes, 500, and the reason for this is because it actually has no scaling. So that actually makes this weapon ideal for infusions. When you infuse it, with raw, most likely if you're on a quality build, you'll actually have a physical base damage of 575, so, with your Ring of Blades plus 2 and all that, it's an extra 50 damage, so 550 without an infusion and 625 with an infusion. The counter strength of the weapon is 100, the poise damage is 60 per hit, and the weight is 18 units. Now, this weapon, I'd have to say that in my opinion the biggest pro would be the moveset. I really love this version of the Great Hammer class moveset. There are a few different, Great Hammer class movesets. I like this one. I like the swing and then the second swing instead of the swing and then the pancake. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's my preference, and I have a good time with it. I feel like it's a lot easier to hit people with because there are more, horizontal swings as opposed to that one vertical smackdown. And I feel like that's, more useful, more user-friendly in a lot of cases. That being said, it still does have that overhead smack with its R2 attacks, and that's a good thing because it can actually lead to you being able to do some combos. And, combos are a great thing, especially with a weapon that does this much damage. Now, some other pros, I would definitely say that the no scaling is actually a huge pro for this weapon, because yes, you do need 30 strength to wield it. But if you actually compare this to other strength class weapons, other Great Hammer class weapons specifically, that require 30 strength or less rather, this is the highest damaging one that there is. So Large Club and Great Club, 26 and 28 respectively, if I recall correct. Yeah, this will outdamage them. Even on my build with 70 strength, this weapon still outdamages them. And yes, they are lighter, of course, but it's still something to keep in mind and something worth mentioning. So we've got the no scaling, we've got the damage. The weight, it's about average as far as Great Hammers are concerned. As I said, the Large Club and Great Club are lighter, but then you have things like the Turkey Leg, being the Smelter Hammer that this guy is using, and things like the Giant Warrior Club and Demon's Great Hammer. The point I'm getting at is that this is right in the middle, and that can be both a good thing and a bad thing depending on your build. Now, as far as the cons of this weapon are concerned, I would have to say that the biggest con of this weapon would be the durability. The same as all Old Knight weapons, the durability is something that is, something to be desired. And it's something you can work around with this weapon. It's really not that big of a deal, in my opinion. It seems to be a lot better off than the other Old Knight weapons, and I didn't even wear Bracing Knuckle Ring for this video. As you can see, my durability is relatively fine. I did use some repair powder on occasion, about every 2 to 3 fights, depending on how long those fights lasted. But other than that, there really aren't any cons that I can think of. It hits hard, it's got a good moveset for its class, it has a decent ability to combo, and it does a good amount of damage. It doesn't weigh too much, it's right in the middle, it's average as far as that's concerned. I honestly don't have any cons other than the durability, which is not even that bad. So that's just the way it is, I guess. All in all, I had a really good time with this weapon. I really, really enjoyed using it a lot. I like the moveset, both one-handed and two-handed. I feel like there's a lot of potential to do combos. One of the simplest ones you could do is just a two-handed R1 followed by the R2. People will most likely roll away after you do the two-handed R1, and when they do that, it puts them in perfect position to hit them as they're rolling. So you can do some pretty nasty things if you hit people mid-roll with this weapon. It's got a good reach to do that, and if you have your timing, if you can get that right, then you're going to be very, very, very well off. I mean, I think I did it in a fight earlier in the video, actually. I hit 1,300 damage in 2 hits. Can't really complain about that. Can't complain about that at all. So, anyway, this is actually the last fight in the video. I hope you guys found the video helpful in one way or another. Please like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time.